All right, I'm going to get this show on the road. Good evening, everyone. Bonsoir. And welcome to the exciting launch of a new marketing campaign to attract a new family physician to Eastern Passage and local area. Woo! Woo! As you'll see, there's a lot of stuff that has been put together. The whole marketing campaign includes a new look and branding to promote the Eastern Passage and area, as well as a new website, some really cool videos, and social media platforms. This campaign in total aims to attract attention to our community here and assist with recruiting a new physician, as well as boost tourism and invite new families to come live, work, and play in Eastern Passage area. For those who don't know me, my name is Natalie Foray, and I'm the owner of Ocean Communications, a strategic marketing consulting firm based right here in Eastern Passage. I've been here for just over 10 years. My company helped put this campaign together, and it really has been a true pleasure to see this take life, and I hope that you're excited as I am. I'm also a proud member of the Eastern Passage and Area Business Association, and I will be your MC for this event. And please note that this event is being live streamed on our Facebook and LinkedIn pages, right there. So, hi. And first I would like to thank the Eastern Passage and Area Action Committee for the help and guidance, as well as acknowledge the funding received from the Department of Communities, Culture, Tourism, and Heritage through the grant called the Cultural Innovation Fund, Healthy Community Stream Grant, as well as the funding from Digital Nova Scotia's Tourism Digital Assistance Program Community Grant. Before we go any further, I would like to take this time to acknowledge that we are in Mi'kmaq, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This territory is covered by the treaties of peace and friendship, which Mi'kmaq and Wolastoqey Maliseet people first signed with the British Crown in 1725. We thank them for allowing us to share this land with them. I also want to take this opportunity to acknowledge the pain, suffering, anxiety currently being experienced in HRM and all across the province by the evacuees, as well as their friends and families of the wildfires happening in HRM in southern Nova Scotia, and at this point, everywhere in Nova Scotia. I cannot begin to imagine what evacuees are going through. But please know that you are all in our thoughts and prayers. Nova Scotians are resilient and caring and amazing at helping each other out during times of crisis. We will get through this. During tonight's launch, we will hear a few speeches from those who have greatly contributed to this launch becoming a reality. We will then reveal the branding, website, and some videos, and the social media channels. First and foremost, I would like to invite Monique Mullins-Roberts. She is the coordinator with the Dartmouth Community Health Board and the Southeastern Community Health Board. Monique is a member of the Eastern Passage and Area Action Committee, which was a committee comprised of various community members who came together following a vision to address issues within the community.
Okay. So, as you mentioned, yes, I'm Monique Mullins-Roberts, and I work with, in today's capacity, the Southeastern Community Health Board, which Eastern Passage is a part of. And so I work with committed volunteers from the Eastern Passage area who work to improve health in our communities. Several community health board members have been involved with Eastern Passage and Action. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about how all of this evolved. In 2019, there was a Schools Plus health promotion student that wanted to find out what are the needs of the community, what are the priorities for the community of Eastern Passage. So he worked with Lynn McKenzie, who could not be here tonight because she's on strike, unfortunately. And he identified a number of issues, and of the top 3, physician recruitment was one of them. As a result, we brought people together to talk about that issue, and we decided to start the Eastern Pathogen Area Action Committee. Within that committee, a working group around physician recruitment. So we found out that there was a grant available through Communities, Culture, Tourism, and Heritage called the Cultural Innovation Grant. The project would lead the way to the creation of a highly attractive and innovative strategy and toolkit to showcase to physicians and their families what Eastern Passage and area has to offer. It would highlight the many assets and strengths of this growing community based on community consultation and act as a recruitment tool to attract physicians to this vibrant community. The consultation phase engaged citizens in the value of being a welcoming, inclusive community and allowed the community to assist with the development of this phase of the project. So as you'll see tonight, it shines a real spotlight on all of the wonderful assets of Eastern Passage, and we're really, really excited. I just want to also mention a few of the people that are involved, or the organizations that were involved with the Eastern Passage Area Action. So we're comprised of members of the community, Schools Plus, the MLA's office, the youth health centers at the school, HR and Recreation, Southeastern Community Health Board, Community Health Team, CACT, the YMCA, Metro, and there's a number of people. So all of those folks came together and created the vision for this kind of work. So very excited, and again, want to thank Ocean Communications for the consultation work and all of the work that they put into this initiative, and we're very excited to launch it tonight.
Thank you very much, Monique. Secondly, I would like to introduce Mel Zelkowski. Mel is the chair of the Eastern Passage Area Business Association, the EPABA. He's also owner of Down East Tours and offers private guiding services to allow you to explore and experience the best of Nova Scotia inheritance. The EPABA served as the umbrella organization for the Action Committee as the marketing campaign. So I'll let Mel talk a little bit about the EPABA as well.
Being a tour guide, I don't usually use it. I just bring it. So, good evening, everybody. My name is Mel Zelkowski, the chair of the Eastern Passage Area Business Association. Again, the owner of Down East Tours. So, the Eastern Passage Area Business Association, our goal is, and our mission is to promote, grow, and support Eastern Passage area businesses and our community. So, I'd like to express our gratitude to everybody in attendance tonight as we do this exciting launch. So again, the primary objective is to promote the community and the area to recruit a family doctor. The campaign also assists, is looking to aim and draw attention to the community to simultaneously boost tourism and invite new families to the area to live, work, and play. To achieve these goals, we have a comprehensive approach, including, as mentioned before, a revamped visual identity and branding strategy, new website, using social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So again, this is possible through a number of areas, including the Eastern Passage and Area Action Committee. They were very successful in securing the funds from the Department of Communities, Culture and Tourism, Heritage, and the Cultural Innovation Health Community Streaming Fund. That's a lot of words for just for grants, right? So the EPABA, or the Eastern Passage and Area Business Association, we played a pivotal role by being the organization that oversaw the management of the grant funds. So a little bit of background on these funds. The grant funds, after careful consideration, the Action Committee announced in May 2022 that they were seeking a marketing consultant to develop the community profile, current materials, videos, and online presence to promote Eastern Passage in the area through positions. Eastern Passage is one of the few, if not the only community in Nova Scotia that does not have its own family doctor. So most people are going outside the area, Halifax, Dartmouth, or where they can get a doctor. So it's a very important campaign. So the purpose of this package, as mentioned before, is to showcase the advantages of our community, encourage physicians and the family to live and practice in the area. One of the desired skills of the marketing consultant was to include a video production, website design, community engagement, and a comprehensive understanding of the Eastern Passage in the area community. The application and selection process for the marketing consultant was conducted independently by the members of the Action Committee in early June 2022. In mid-2022, Ocean Communications emerged as a chosen marketing consultant for the Doctor Recruitment campaign. This was endorsed by the committee. So Ocean Communications is a member of the Eastern Passage Area Business Association. So it's also important to note that the involvement in promoting our community did not end with this initial campaign. In October 2022, the EPABA learned that the Digital Nova Scotia's Tourism Digital Assistant Program for Communities Grant, again, another large grant, our association applied. We realized that quite the synergy that we can actually have between recruiting a doctor and promoting the area tourism. This works hand in hand. The broad objective is to promote Eastern Passage for tourism as a destination, as well, again, as a place to live, work, and play. So we submitted our application October 26, 2022, January 11, 2023. We received confirmation of a successful application for a grant of $15,000 for the program. This will further enhance what we're already going to be doing to promote the area for tourism. So there was quite a comprehensive bidding process to choose this next phase. In the end, the board of directors from the EPABA chose Ocean Communications as the service provider for the grants in April 12, 2023. Partnering with Ocean Communications just makes sense. Continuation of the process. They're already involved and they live in the area, so they're understanding the area very well. I want to, again, just to thank everybody for coming. It's been tremendous effort, lots of hours put in by all the dedicated parties, including the Action Committee, Ocean Communications, various members of the community. Also to thank Digital Nova Scotia Tourism for the digital assistance grants and the continuous support. Lots of notes. The recruitment campaign for the doctor is actually very important to me. Born in Halifax, lived in Porter's Lake for a number of years, lived out west, moved back about 12 years ago. Didn't realize how hard it was to find a family doctor. Found one, he was okay, he was kind of a hands-on guy. What I didn't realize is, if you don't see a doctor within a year, I want to say a year and a half later, I called for an appointment, we don't have you on file. Why not? Well, after a year, he followed those programs. Actually, I had to find another doctor. He immigrated from England, fantastic doctor. He was only in the area for maybe 6 months. Number of years, finally found another doctor. Fantastic doctor, had him for 3 years. Just got a letter in the mail yesterday. He's leaving the province, moving back to India for personal reasons. I told him, listen, if you're moving to Wolfville, he was going to go, we'll follow you. He said, no, I was going to move to India. I said, I'll follow you. So, but he's putting in a lot of efforts to try to refer all those patients. So again, I'll go to Halifax. I'd rather stay in our community. So that's very, very important. So the campaign hits close to home. The second phase of the process is, this is me being a tour guide now. It's promoting, Tourism Nova Scotia does a fantastic job promoting the province, as well as promoting the various communities, including Fisherman's Cove and Eastern Passage. So does Discover Halifax. We had an information session earlier this year with Discover Halifax and some other departments to voice our concerns for the area because we are not well promoted. Discover Halifax is a fantastic project to do. Eastern Passage is Fisherman's Cove is considered part of the Eastern Shore. We love the Eastern Shore, but we're kind of really in the Eastern Shore. We love Dartmouth, however, we're not really in Dartmouth. We're our own little unique area. I think I saw an early promotion today for Fisherman's Cove Development Association. Fisherman's Cove is a hidden gem. It really is. As a tour guide, I love going to Penguin's Cove, but this is a hidden gem. Every time I drive home, I don't go down Cobble, I come down Pines to go along Shore Road. It's a beautiful area. The people I do bring here, they're blown away. So what we have in the books is a little bit we need to do better. And the only way we do better is promote ourselves and let the world know that this is a hidden gem. And it's a wonderful place to visit, but also to again, work, live, and play here. So we're excited about this campaign. It's going to be an ongoing process as we grow this community. It is a growing community, and it's probably the best place to live, if not the best place to live. So, thank you all. So yeah, thank you for coming all of our efforts. I'm going to turn it back to our MC. Thank you.
Thank you, Mel. Good thing you had a script.
Yes.
I will now hand it off to our MLA for Eastern Passage and the Nova Scotia Minister for Seniors and Long-Term Care, the Honorable Barbara Adams. Barbara has been a strong supporter of bringing a family physician to Eastern Passage area from the very beginning. You want me to say more? No. I was going to say more, but Barbara wants to speak, so I will let her speak. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm so happy to have you all here. What I'm hoping to do right now is to really elevate your understanding of just how important it is to the future of our community. So a little bit of a history lesson. When I first became MLA and went to tourism Nova Scotia and said, "What are you doing with our community?" Not even on their radar. And they had no idea that we had a roots. And yesterday I was at the Halifax Partnerships. They gave us a sneak preview of their conference materials today. And there was a map, which may have gotten changed last night, but they have various maps that you can click on for different regions in Metro that'll tell you things like the demographics, the cost of housing, how many people move in or out. And I said, click on our region line. It's called Dartmouth. And I sat quiet for a few minutes, and it's like, Dartmouth, Eastern Passage, Calais. And they're like, does that matter? And I asked Lauren Lusky whether that matters. So that's to put an exclamation mark on the fact that we have to promote ourselves. And if anybody had the misfortune of listening to me during question period in the legislature in the last 6 years, is we were the only constituency in Nova Scotia that was single family doctor, no collaborative health center. And that is just wrong. There are 55 constituencies in Nova Scotia, and there are 92 collaborative health centers. That's just wrong on all fronts. So Dimitri Melatides, who is working with Lynn McKenzie from Schools Plus, did a project in health promotion. And I want to draw attention to the questionnaire that he used, because there was one question that 100% yes to. Lynn, and he knows where I'm going. It said, would ask all these things: are you food insecure? Housing, transportation, healthcare, and of course, they all ranked a certain rank in terms of where food insecurity was almost number one, healthcare was number two. But one of the questions at the very end says, do you think all of the groups in your community should work together to bring about change? And it was 100%. And every time I read that, it's like, we need to do that. And so we said to Dimitri, we don't want to let your good works go to waste. So you heard the EPABA, so we call it the EPABA. And then there's the EPAAC. And you've never heard about it probably until tonight, because post online is just a hidden group. One of the things that they did accomplish, because it started right before the pandemic hit, is giving a youth drop-in center up in Horizon Rec Center. And the day they're ready to launch it, a big open house, COVID shut it down. So it's a silent little thing that we did. And they pulled together during the pandemic So there's this whole group of people working behind the scenes to make our community better. But on the issue of healthcare in our community, within 2 months of getting elected, and that was the Department of Health and Wellness, we don't have a doctor, that's not great. He said, sure, you can have a doctor, if you can get one. And that was the comment. I was, well, I took it as a challenge, but it was highlighting for me how difficult it is to get a family doctor anywhere. And so across the country, every province is about 14% of the population with no family doctors. So we're getting worse with each other. And so we have a Department of Healthcare Recruitment and Retention. So there are people that are just paid to go around and recruit doctors all over the world. And what they told us and what they learned is you're not attracting a doctor to an area, you're attracting his family. If that wife wants to come or that husband wants to come because there's something in your community that they identify, that's what's going to turn the key and they're going to say, I want to go there. So 4 years ago, we got our first clinical nurse practitioner. She worked up at Ocean View Manor, and we all fell in love with her. Her name's Erin. Sarah's, and she's just amazing. And just so you understand, a clinical nurse practitioner takes on approximately 800 people onto the case. They're able to see people for a little longer time period than physician because they have different skill sets and different way of working. But that didn't allow us to get a family doctor. And so they're pushing us on to do that. And I will tell you, because you would have heard, we got a doctor. We thought he was ready to go. And then he had to look at the space that was available over at the farm choice. He says, I'm sorry. He agreed to come. Shouldn't have told me that, but he did agree to come. But then he looked at the space, he said, that's something. I'm coming from a huge office in Ontario. And I'm waiting around on this province. I want to look at every office. And I need a bigger space. It's like, okay. I'm heartbroken, I can tell you. But then the push was on to get a bigger space. Because I knew that if this group was going to be successful, we needed a place to attract them to. As beautiful as our community is, they really go to work every day back. So a few weeks ago, we were in this very room when we were able to announce that we had secured a second clinical practitioner, which is huge. Her name is Jessica. And so she started working May 1st. She's also able to take on 800 new patients off the need of practice treatments. So a family doctor takes on 1,300 staff, 2 clinical nurse practitioners based on 1,600. So we do have that for us. And for those who hadn't heard yet, the old means at Quigley's Corner is going to be renovated. We're seeing that the switch works has moved over their space in back, they're over to the side. So we're getting that all of that space. So we get to now tell any doctor in the world, take your boat to work. And you're just hurry up and dock and throw that rope around the wharf and come right up to work. But I have the luxury of being the minister of seniors. So we've been recruiting thousands of people all over Kenya on a mission to refugee camps. And they're all over the world, and they want to see when they come here, it's a welcoming environment, seeing themselves here. Are there other people from the communities here? Are they welcome to the culture? And so we are competing literally with everyone else in the world, and we're competing with everyone else in Metro as well. So what we know is getting a space was the easy part of the world. Not easy enough. But getting a doctor to fall in love with us and getting their family members to fall in love with us is what tonight is all about. And so the Eastern Passage area actually creating the Eastern Passage Business Association partnership. And their work with the community to say, what do you love about the community? How do we capture them? So Nathalie, Shannon Bizantina, Shannon Bizantina, she's the editor of the Beacon, she has her own business here. So all of these people are part of the business association, and every business that is here attracts us. We now have a tiki out up there on water, but that's going to attract them and their family. So I just hope you will fall in love with this the way we hope others who see this around the world are going to fall in love with our community, because we know why we love it. To get that across to other people and to welcome them once they get here so they will want to stay takes every single person here. And I'm just so grateful for everything that two committees have done, the work that you put here. And I haven't seen it on this. It's a big surprise for me as well. But once this is all revealed, then it's going to be up to all of us to get the word out and to wave our banner across the world. So on behalf of the province, and certainly myself and everyone in the community who are needing a family doctor as well, we're very, very grateful for everything that you've done. And it's not over. This is just a huge step forward. And so thank you so much.
Like I said, it's been hard to work on this. And we're ready for the reveal. I'm trying to follow my notes, but I think they've gone wayward. No, I don't want to speak. Send it. So we will now bring your attention to the screen. Do we want to do the reveals? Do you want to help me? Do you want the mic? Do you want me to reveal the logos first?
The screen well.
And screen well? And then.
I'm sorry.
I don't do this stuff all the time.
My name's Jamie Rouse. I'm the owner and operator of Boondocks Restaurant here in beautiful Eastern Passage, and have lived here for about 14 years now. Well, my wife and I have been in the catering business pretty much all of our lives. My youngest daughter's left now, but my older daughter basically runs the entire place, and her husband is in the kitchen, he's the chef. They even got married here. But it's nice and peaceful. It's nice and quiet, but there's always a lot of stuff going on here. There's sandcastle competition, there's a carnival every year. There's a lot of community stuff goes on. I think the most important thing living here is peace. Peace and quiet when you want it, stuff to do when you want it as well, but a nice feeling of community. That's what makes a place, is the locals. I mean, it's great having tourists, and it's lovely to hear people from all over the world come here, but it's your locals that make it. If I wanted to draw someone into this area, I would say this is probably the best part of Nova Scotia. We're close enough to the city, we're far enough out of the city. We feel like we're in the country, and yet 10-15 minutes and you're back in it. It's great.
I'm Kayla. I'm a nurse practitioner. I've been working as a nurse practitioner for about 3 years, and I just started at this clinic in Eastern Passage a year ago. It can be kind of challenging at times, like everybody has their own unique problems and you're really just trying to help them the best you can, but it's always really, really rewarding when I can help somebody out with something that's been bothering them for a bit. I really just love helping people. I love that sort of energy when like you've helped somebody figure out a problem that's been troubling them and they're just so grateful to like really know what's going on and to begin taking those steps towards getting better and towards like figuring out how they're going to move forward from that. I love what I do. What I do is help people. I would really say to anybody considering coming here that the more people who decide to give this place a try and realize that they really love it here, the more and more this area is going to grow and become more diverse and like more beautiful and rich than it already is.
My name is Chris Peters. I am an active realtor with Royal LePage Atlantic, and I currently live in Eastern Passage, and I've been there since 2004. When we were making the move out east, I needed to be close to the ocean just because the smell of it, the feeling of it. I love the Passage. It's wonderful. So there's lots of activities that we can do, that we can engage and just de-stress. We've got different sports that we can take part in. Golf being one of the big ones, of course, having the Heartlands Point Forces Golf Course right down the street from us. I'm a very active member of my community. So for me, part of my release is just volunteering. I coach both at the junior high and at the high school for the soccer teams. I'm involved in the advisory boards on both the schools as well. The Passage has pretty much everything that my wife and my family and I look forward to with regards to people, community, and I'm very passionate about my community. I think the big thing that sells me on the Passage has a bit more of that rural feel, has more of that suburban feel without being that far from anything. Eastern Passage is an amazing place to live and work. I just love it there.
So the website's live. You can certainly scan the QR codes that are on any of the boards to look at it on your phone if you'd like. It is up on the screen. It is my computer, so it's a little hard to kind of give you a full screen on the website, but it is live now, and you can all enjoy it. Okay.
And we also have, once you're on the website, I can talk about, right?
Yeah.
Everybody you'll see that there's a link there on the screen to our Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn pages, as well as email, and there's a little toggle there as well for nighttime view, and you'll have the sub pages for live, work, and play with the videos on it, and some information on the different communities. Our communities, we will be highlighting Eastern Passage, Shearwater, and Cow Bay as the Eastern Passage in the area. A little bit of information on government services, and then if people want to contact us. So there's still a lot of work to do on the website, and that's going to be that second part of the grant from Digital Nova Scotia that we'll be using to enhance it further. And then the social media channels as well, we'll be doing some heavy digital advertising on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram as well to attract people, whether they want to come live, work, or play here. So that is it. Thank you very much. You will see, we do have some business cards that we have available that we'll distribute if you want access to the website. And in the back there, if the pools, Melissa and Chad, if you want to turn around, did create a few products for us, which are available to order this evening. They'll have a price list. There's some t-shirts and sweatshirts, and there's keychains and a mug, a bag. I don't know what else. They literally went all out. The clothes are all Melissa and Chad are also members of the Eastern Passage and Area Business Association. So.
And newcomers.
And newcomers. We're one of the volunteering people who just came to visit Nova Scotia during the pandemic. So, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. I greatly appreciate it to have you here. Mingle around, chat. Please eat some of the refreshments and food that we have there on the table. And go chat to Melissa and Chad. If you have any questions, I'll be around. Thank you.